Hey everybody, Gears here, and I'm just waiting on some batteries to charge and going over some of my notes on all the weights of everything for the Senton. So to recap, this is a Senton 3S brushless being converted to a 6S statistics. That's to go from 11 volts to 22 volts so that I could use my Makita batteries. That's another situation we'll talk about some other time. But I didn't get an initial measurement on the weight. However, the website has it set at 6.01 pounds. So how many ounces is 0.1? I don't quite know, but we'll go with 6 pounds even. So in taking everything apart, we had a 3-pound 14-ounce chassis with no electrics. That does include tires, shocks, everything else, just no electronics whatsoever. And then full back up again without a battery, I added an entire 5.5 ounces minus 0.01 ounces. Old motor, new motor, the differences come down to the new motor is plus 135 grams. New servo combo, so this is a fudge number because I went with the original servo because the new one smoked. So roughly 170 grams, we'll call it. The Makita battery slot was 55 grams for a total of 360 grams at 12.7 ounces. So even though I've only added 5.5, I actually added 12.7, which means I lost 7 ounces somewhere of taking other stuff out that I didn't need. So that was a nice thing to see. So full without battery, 6.5 pounds, throw a battery in. So let's take a look here. I did some research and I found a couple sales websites that listed weights for batteries. So for a 4S 6 amp hour, which is essentially the equivalent of a Makita 14 volt 6 amp hour. The Makita generic weighs 460 grams, which is just about a pound even, whereas the 4S, which is the equivalent at 6 amps, weighs 410 to 580 grams over the 10 samples that I took. So 460 is definitely on the lower half of that weight range, so I'm happy to see that. So even though my biggest worry was the added weight of these hard shell cases, it turned out not to be a problem. All the extra battery management circuitry, all the hard shell, as I'm saying, all the clips and everything that makes this thing so rugged on a job site, I would have figured that compared to a lithium polymer, which usually are shrink wrapped, but they are starting to do hard shells for those, that it would have been a lot heavier. However, the results are clear, and going to power tool batteries is not a game changer on the weight. If not, it's a weight saver. And I had been going to use my 18 volts, and while I don't have a weight on the 3 amp, I do have the 6 and the 9 amp hours at 595 grams and 840 each. Which is almost shy 2 pounds for the 9 amp there. But if we go up to a 6S 9 amp, I was seeing 800 to 1200 grams. So that's well over that, definitely. So that's well over 2 pounds actually. So that was heartening to see that. And of course the 6S at 6 amp at 600 grams here. That's actually the lowest end at 600 to 800 grams of the 5 samples I took. So 18 volts at 6 amps is the ideal battery for the various weights going on here. I talk about why the ESC doesn't like the 18 volts in other videos. I'll probably do another video covering that because there are alternatives, but they're just going to cost me some money. So that's a look at the weights, and we'll get a close-up of the page here, hopefully without the shadow, so you can see what's going on with everything. So thanks for watching. See ya.